morning, Eagles, and welcome back to episode 58 of Eagle News. Today is Friday, December 6th, and today is National Cotton Candy Day. Hey, Bella, do you like pink or blue better?
I like pink. My name is Bella.
And my name is Tori. Did you know that Christmas is in 19 days? If you aren't doing anything on Saturday, head downtown for the 5K Jingle Bell Run.
Also, the North Market is filled with seasonal activities from 9 a.m. to 7 a.m. You should find some fun stuff to do down there.
High school performances showcase amazing talent all over Central Ohio, and although no Olentangy High School is having a performance.
Mr. Mehta and his family are heading to Westerville Central High School to see Elf Jr. Have fun, Emmy.
Now our next segment is Word of the Week. Roll it.
Eagles, today we're going to see what the word of the week is. Let's go.
This week's word is jilt.
Jilt means to abandon a significant other.
An example is when Romeo and Juliet's parents made them jilt each other. Another example is in the movie Grease when Sandy leaves Tom for Danny.
Jilt is a verb.
Thank you so much for watching, Eagles. I hope you can use this word sometime in your vocabulary. Have a great day.
Wow, that was an amazing word. Remember to use this word with Miss Barnhart today.
For headlines today, an update of the boys group field trip today. It has been canceled.
The place you guys were headed didn't have all the supplies you needed for the work. The trip will be rescheduled.
Also remember, during advisory, Student Council is selling suckers for $1. The limit for one day is 5 suckers. Please turn in your leadership bingo boards to the box outside of the guidance office. For the last day of turning boards will be Tuesday, December 17th.
A big shout out to our choir program for an amazing performance last night.
The comments were packed with family and friends as our Eagles sang their hearts out. Congrats again.
A quick sports report. Both girls basketball teams won last night against Westerville Blendon.
Woo! Yeah! Anybody know what the boys did? They lost. Good try, guys.
And the boys lost.
Keep working, ladies.
Our next video spotlight today is Sophie, Ella, and Gwen making some yummy Oreo dip because here at Eagle News we love baking around the holidays. You won't want to miss this video.
All right.
Hey Eagles!
I'm Gwen.
I'm Sophie.
And I'm Ella. If you want to see how to make this frozen Oreo dish, then keep on watching.
Roll it!
One hour later.
Thank you so much for watching, but make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel and podcast channel. Thank you so much for watching.
Thanks for that great video report. It looks so yummy. Now for trivia. Please send today's trivia. Send your text to Mr. Mehta, and we'll find out the correct answers and winners on the end of the show.
Here's today's question. Name something people take with them to the basement when a tornado is coming. Again, Name something people take with them to the basement with them when a tornado is coming. Make sure to text Mr. Mega with your answers.
Now let's get to Eagle News, This Day in History Center with Lainey to tell us about what happened on this day.
Thank you, Tori. On this day in 1884 in Washington, D.C., workers placed a 9-inch aluminum pyramid on top of a tower of white marble, completing the construction of an impressive monument to the city's namesake and the nation's first president, George Washington, as early as 1783. The infant U.S. Congress decided that a statue of George Washington, the great Revolutionary War general, should be placed near the site of the new congressional building, wherever it might be. Now let's go to the newsroom for Precious Pets.
Thank you, Lainey. For that was a very interesting This Day in History. Here's the next episode of Precious Pets. We love all the pets in the Heights community.
I'm Emily, and welcome back to another episode of Precious Pets. Our first dog spotlight is Scarlet. She's a sweetheart. She is a little spoiled and she thinks that she needs to have her chest rubbed all the time. Our next dog spotlight is Mrs. Roberts, dog Roxy, and she is 5 years old and is a Parador, which is a Great Pyrenees and Lab mix. The next dog is Nala, and she is a rescued pit mix. The owners took her in and worked with her using behavioral retraining. She is now a therapy dog and helps all kinds of people. Thanks, Eagles, for watching this episode of Precious Pets. I'm Emily, reporting for Eagle News.
If you want your pet featured in the next Precious Pets, Heights has a Facebook where you can post your pets and they'll be displayed on the future show.
Yup. Thanks, Zaddy, for that amazing episode of Precious Pets. Now we're going to send it over to Lainey with today's lunch report.
For lunch day, we will be having an Olentangy Weekender, our featured entree. You can also have your usual pizza and cheese-filled breadsticks. Don't forget to grab a side of fruits and vegetables, and your choice of drink can be juice or milk. You can also replace your entree with your very delicious sandwich from our very own Subway. Treat yourself today with an ice cream, cookies, or a bag of chips. Now back to Tori in the newsroom.
Thank you, Lainey. For the lunch report, it sounds so delicious. Now please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Another news segment for the Friday show was 14 questions today. Haley, Avery, and Alexis walk the halls and talk with Miss Kern. Enjoy the video.
Hello.
Can we ask you a couple questions?
Sure.
What's one thing you have to do in the morning?
Ooh, gross. I have to
Yeah.
always use the restroom.
If you were an egg, what type would you be?
I think I would be a hard-boiled egg because they're my favorite kind to eat.
What's the first thing you do when you get to school?
Arrange all my desks because I'm OCD.
Do you peel your bagels?
Peel my bagels? I don't eat bagels.
If you were a teacher, what would you be?
I would be a dermatologist because I like to pick things. I like think it's cool.
Do you boil your salad?
I do not boil a salad. That's weird.
What made you want to become a teacher?
I really like kids and I wanted to make sure that learning was fun because I had some really good teachers when I was a kid.
What's the color of success?
Green. I don't know.
What college did you go to?
Ashland University. Go Eagles.
What's your opinion on garden gnomes?
They're creepy.
What are 3 words that describe you?
Loud, energetic, organized.
Why isn't 11 pronounced 1?
People don't know how to spell. I don't know.
What are you currently doing in class?
We're learning about ancient Rome and Pompeii and Mount Vesuvius.
Who's Joe?
Mr. Nicola's kid? I don't know who's Joe.
Thank you.
Thank you, Miss
Is that
Kern.
good enough?
She's in Eagle News. Sorry, darling.
Thank you, ladies. It's that time again to give some love to the staff member. This week we take some praise to Miss Wolf. Check out this week's Staff Member of the Week.
Mrs. Wolf. Mrs. Wolf is, I don't know. She's a teacher? Is that the nicest thing I can say? She's a teacher. I don't know.
What I like about Mrs. Wolf is, one, her name. It's a great name. It's like very fierce.
What I like about Mrs. Wolf is that she is so thoughtful and caring of others, and she is super organized. Without her, I would be lost.
Congratulations, Miss Wolf. You're the best.
She has a very strong personality, and she's always smiling. And she's always very kind, and whenever you see her in the hallway, you just feel fierce.
I like that Mrs. Wolf is always smiling and is thinking of others instead of herself. She's always doing little things to make people smile.
I love Mrs. Wolf. She's one of my favorite people. I've been working with her since we were at Liberty. Mrs. Wolf, I apologize if they show that where I just acting like I couldn't say anything nice about you. I love you. You're the best.
Congratulations, Miss Wolf. Heights loves you.
I wish I sounded like
Mock
that.
country accent.
Go!
Thank you, Miss Wolf, for everything you do here for the kids at Hyatt.
Before we get to the latest in Powell weather, Mr. Mega had a visitor last week from one of his past Eagle News classes. Hunter Hart visited Hyatt during his return home from the University of Missouri for Thanksgiving. He sat down with Mr. Mega to tell us a little bit of what life has been like since leaving Hyatt 6 years ago. Check out this interview report.
Hi, Hunter.
Good morning.
So you're back at Hyatt's for the first time in a long time.
In a long time, yeah.
Had you visited it all during the school year, like high school?
I think a couple times because
early in the high school.
Yeah, because Zach was still at Hyatt's when I first was in high school. It's been a while since then.
Yeah, so it's been a while since you've been back.
It has been.
Tell us where you're where you're at school and what's your major and what you're doing.
Right. So I go to the University of Missouri, which is in Columbia, Missouri. So it's about 8 hours away.
Easy drive.
Yeah. Right. Not for mom's not too happy about that, but. So I started out in broadcast journalism, sports broadcast journalism, and then I switched to strategic communication, which is like advertising, public relations, stuff of that nature. So,
what's college life like at Missouri? Like what's the campus like?
Right. It's a big school. We have about 30,000, which obviously is as big as Ohio State, but it's still decent sized. I visit my friends at Ohio State when I come home, and it's relatively the same. Campus life's the same. There's a lot of organizations because it's a big campus. Most of the people live on campus. I'd say the biggest difference is obviously just being so far away.
Right.
Because their kids that go to Ohio State and can come home for a weekend and do their laundry.
How have you handled that? Did you know how to do laundry?
I did know how to. Yeah. Mom made sure I knew how to do that, but. It was tough first semester last year, but I think that I made a good group of friends, and now it's not.
So when I say to you Hyatt's Middle School, what's the first thing that comes to your mind?
Probably Eagle News. That's the thing I remember the most.
Tell me about that.
I remember coming in.
What was your job? What was your big thing in class?
I produced for the most part. Yeah, I didn't want to be on camera.
What would you tell boys in 6th and 7th grade? Like, what can they get out of Eagle News coming into it?
I mean, you can get a lot out of it. I learned so much about video production, everything like that, and I think people don't realize that, especially even in school, that's so important to have those skills, and it makes you so much more marketable. And then also just getting out of your comfort zone, which I wish I would have done. I obviously did that later in high school. Right, yeah. But yeah, I should have done it in middle school.
Graders are going to be headed to high school here in half a year. Like, what advice do you have for them as they move on and have 4 years to experience either at Liberty or Berlin?
Definitely get involved in anything you can. I mean, don't overdo it, but because that's how you meet people, especially.
But do things.
Exactly. Yeah. Just don't be the high schooler that's afraid to try new things, afraid to meet new people, because everybody's coming in there in the same boat as you. And so if you put yourself out there, you're going to be a lot happier than if you just don't do anything. So.
Well, thank you very much, brother.
Absolutely.
It's good seeing you.
You too.
All right.
Thanks for coming back, Hunter.
Eagles, if you know anyone who wants to visit and come and sit down with Eagle News, let Mr. Meta know. Now let's go visit our new weather center with Lainey, where she's ready for today's weather report.
Thank you, Tori. And today in Powell, it will be cloudy with a high of 44 and a low of 24. So don't forget those jackets. This weekend will be a good weekend. If you're planning to go outside, it will be sunny on Saturday with a high of 41 and a low of 29. So it will still be cold. And this Sunday, it will be cloudy again, but it will warm up to 50 degrees as a high and only a low of 46. Now let's go back to you, ladies.
Thank you, Lainey, for that great weather report. Next up is our award-winning segment called Earth Week from the writers at the Columbus Ditch Pass. Today we will look at the extinction of rhinos. Check out this video report.
It's Natalie reporting for Eagle News, and welcome to this segment of Earth Week. Today we are going to be talking about the extinction of rhinos in Malaysia. Malaysia's last Sumatran rhinoceros has died in a wildlife reserve that has been its sanctuary since 2014. The 25-year-old female known as Iman died of cancer November 21st, leaving only a small number of the species still alive, mainly in Indonesia. Malaysia's last remaining male Sumatran rhino died in May. Iman's death came rather sooner than we had expected, but we knew that she was starting to suffer significant pain, said Augustine Tuga, director of the Sabah Wildlife Department. Experts fear the entire species will go extinct within decades if conservation efforts are not expanded. I hope you enjoyed this segment of Earth Week, and I hope the scientists can work hard to get the rhino's population under control. Bye!
Thank you. Every time. Thank you, Natalie. Back at Hyatt's Middle School, our next segment is birthdays. We here in Eagle News want to wish everyone a happy birthday for those who celebrated their birthdays this week.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. My dear friend, we've come to say best wishes on your special day. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Grandma dear, we've come to say best wishes on your special day. Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday! Happy birthday to everyone here at Hyatt's. That's all for today's show, but we want to leave you today with this quote of the weekend.
The only way to achieve the impossible is to believe it is possible.
That's almost it for today's episode. Here are the answers and winners of today's trivias. So we have food for 33 points. Meyer and Benish got that. Water for 22 points. Voss got that. Flashlight for 21 points. Nicolosi got that. Radio for 7 points. And Buckerfield got that. And children for 7 points. And Osborne and Burson got that. That's all for today's show. My name's Tori.
My name is Bella.
And my name is Lainey.
I'm Mr. Meta. These guys get an A+ today.
Have an amazing Friday, Eagles. We hope you had a fantabulous week and enjoyed the show today. Bye!